Welcome back to this course, and in this lesson we're going to try and design a business card on CorelDRAW right here. So I have a business card I've designed before. I'm going to use that as a sample to design a business card. So we can model a business card on CorelDRAW. You just have to be creative about it. All I have to do now is to create a new document file, a new CorelDRAW file as we've always been creating it. So I have to click on file and click on new to create a new file. I'll give it a name. I'll give it business card. Then this width and height would have to change since we are creating a business card. Or you can check your preset size and you can see something about business card right there. Let's check our preset size and see Japanese business card. So let's choose Japanese business card and see what it looks like. So we're going to take the landscape and we're going to leave it like that and we're going to OK that. So having to OK that is going to bring us to the cover where we're going to design the business card. And here we have the business card. All we have to do is to double click this rectangle tool and it's going to cover the layout with a rectangle and that will be our background. I'm going to double click this place. I've removed the outline so we have the Canva right here, and the sample of business card we want to design is right here. I'm going to come to my document to look for the sample of business card I want to design. All I have to do is to come to this Boxfix Technologies, and I have some designs right there. So I'm going to come to print. Then this is a business card. This is the front of the business card. I'm going to bring it to CorelDRAW, and we have it right here. I'm going to make it smaller because I want to create something like this. I want to create it here on CorelDRAW, and I'm going to bring the second, that's the back of the business card. I'm going to bring it right here to have it here too. So we have something like this. I'm going to create something similar to this. Then we're going to move on. So all I have to do is to give the color eyedropper to give it the right color right here, and I have the right color there. So I'll bring in the logo. I have a Boxfix Technologies logo. I'm going to bring in that logo from my resources right here. I have the logo somewhere here. I have the logo here, and this is the white logo. This is the white logo. I'm going to bring it into CorelDRAW. All I have to do is to drag and drop. Then we have the logo right here. I'm going to resize the logo from the edge. I'm going to resize it from the edge and make it smaller. And I'll bring it somewhere here. So I'm going to resize the logo from here. I'm going to resize it right here and have it somewhere here. So we're going to have it somewhere here. As you can see, it's saying something like that from the major design. And we're going to have this logo. We're going to have it power clipped in. So I'm going to bring in a white logo as well. I'm going to bring it to CorelDRAW. I'm going to drag and drop, and I'll make it smaller. I'll make it smaller this way. You remember from the edge, you have to resize an image or icon or whatever you want to resize it from the edge, and it's going to make a whole lot of sense. So I'm going to have something like this. I'm going to bring this in somewhere here. I'm going to bring this in somewhere here. And before I do that, I'm going to duplicate this because we need to. I'm going to duplicate that and I'm going to transparent it. As you can see, we have a transparency tool, and I'm going to use that transparency to transparent this design. So I'm going to create another page. To create another page, I want to create another page so I can work on this. I'll work on it with the transparency tool. So I'm going to double click this place to give it a edge, and I'm going to give it a black color. I'm going to bring the two logo in. I'm going to bring it in here, and I'll have them in here. I'll highlight them and have them in here. So these are the two logos, and I want to make it transparent. I want to transparent it. So I'll have a transparency tool right here. There's a transparency tool right here I can use. This is a transparency tool. I'm going to use this transparency tool to transparent this. So I'm going to just drag. I'm going to drag this element. I'm going to drag it from up here, and yeah, I'm going to do something like this. And I have the first transparency. I'm going to just delete this, and I'm going to bring this out. Then I'm going to bring this out. Then I'm going to come to page one. Coming to page one, I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to duplicate that, and I have it duplicated with Ctrl D. Then I'm going to flip this. As you can see, the one is here, the other one is here. Okay, so we don't need to flip. What we have to do is to power clip this in. We are going to power clip this in and power clip this in. So let's do that. So I'm going to bring this out. I'm going to bring this out. Then I'm going to use the effect to power clip it. Effect, power clip, place inside container, and I'll place it here. Then I'll use the edit to edit what I want to place. This is what I want to place. I'll just place it somewhere here. I'll place it somewhere and finish editing. And as you can see, it's looking great. All I have to do is to edit it again, and so that it's going to make a lot of sense, though we cannot see anything right here right now. So I'm going to finish editing, and we have something like that. We've created an effect like that, or let me edit it a bit and make it smaller and bring it down a bit. Then I'm going to finish. So we have something like that. And the second one, I'm going to use the effect to power clip this in. I'm going to power clip, place inside container. I'm going to place it here. I'm going to edit to make it what the wow. Then I'm going to do something like this. Then I'm going to finish that. As you can see, we have this first effect. We'll be able to create this first effect, which is the front cover of the business card. We create that perfectly. So I'm going to go to page 2 to create the second page. So the second page is having a white color. Actually, is having a white color. Not really a white color. This is a background. This is a background image, but we're not going to be using a background image. We're just going to leave it at this. Then we are going to work on this. We are going to create a rectangular shape, and I will bring the rectangular shape somewhere here. Then I'll use the color eyedropper to pick the color and put it here. I'm going to remove the outline by double clicking this place. So I've removed that outline, and I'm going to have beloved Adejigbe written, and we're going to have another rectangular shape drawn here, and we have that. We'll just leave that like that, and yeah, we are good to go right this. We are good to go. So I'll give this an orange color. I'll give it an orange color. Though this orange color is not really looking great. I prefer a more brighter orange color. Okay, let me give you this type of color, and I'll remove the background. I'll remove the outline by double clicking that part. And I have the text. I'll use my text to write the name beloved. Then I'll use Ctrl A to highlight all to change the font. I want to change the font. I want to change the font to something like, let's see what we can change it to. Yes, we can change it to this band strift. So we're going to change it to this, and we're going to have something like this. We're going to have something like this, and we can create a letter spacing. To create a letter spacing, all I have to do is to use the shape tool, and I'll drag this. I'll drag this to create a letter spacing. As you can see, it's creating a letter spacing right there. And this too can be drag upward or downward to create a line spacing. So, but I'll drag it upward a bit. So we have something like this, and I'm going to use that as this. Then I'm going to make this equivalent to this. I'm going to make this equivalent to this and this. Okay, let's leave it something like this, and we are going to have all these other things listed. We are going to have them listed here. So we have something like this already. We can use a complete orange color, so we are not going to be having issues with that. Then I have this name written. And I'll bring it here. And I'm going to remove the outline of this main background. I'm going to double click this place, and I remove the outline. Then I have beloved JB. All I have to do is to highlight these two and have it grouped. I'll have this group so that I can move them together. So I move them together somewhere here, and we can move this up a bit. Then I would have other things to put in here. I would have loved you to complete this with this. You can complete this design as a challenge, but let me go further a bit. So I'm going to write the Chief Executive Officer with the text tool. I'm going to write Chief Executive Officer. Then I'm going to Ctrl A to highlight that. Then I'm going to make it make more sense. I'm going to make it this way, and I'll make it smaller. So it's going to fit into this place. So it's going to fit into here. And we have this right here. I'm going to bolding this. Then we have this right here. So we are going to ungroup this again. I'm going to ungroup this and bring this up a bit. Okay, and bring this up a bit. So we have something like this as the name, and I'm going to put in the services and every other thing. Just write services, and I'm going to change that to white actually. I'm going to change the font family to band shift, and I'm going to make this a smaller. I'm going to make it 6 points. 6 points is okay, perfectly fine. And I'm going to bolding this. I'm going to make it 6 points, and I'm going to bring it somewhere here. You can use your ruler to create a guide of alignment, so you have it properly aligned. So I'm going to have this right here, and I can create a little underline. So I'm going to use the rectangular tool to create that as well. I'm just going to create something small, and I'm going to give it a color like this, and I'm going to use this to remove the outline. I'm going to double click this part, it removes the outline. Then I'm going to bring this to beneath the service, so we're going to have something like this, and we're going to have this increase a bit, so it's going to be this way. And I'm going to write the other services like project management, this tech instructor, tech consultant. So we can make this smaller actually. We can make this smaller so that we don't go too far. We can make this smaller. Let's just make it smaller. Let's make it 6 points as well. Let's make it 6 points as well. All I have to do is control A this, and I'll make it 6 points, and I'll I'll change the family font as well. Change the font family, I'll change it to bash shift, and I'll give this white as well. And I'm going to come to my pick two. Then I'm going to pitch this to have it pitch, and we have something like this. So I'm going to make this smaller a bit. I'm going to make this 4 points instead. So it's going to be 4 points, and we'll have something like this somewhere here. So it looks like what we have right here. So we can increase this a bit anyways. We can increase it. We can increase it to like 5. So like 5 points. So we have this, and you can write more and more of these. You can write your technical writer. So we have something like this, and all we have to do is to create an icon. I told you how to download an icon the other time, so we can just come to Font Awesome to download some of the awesome icons right here to have something like this to replicate this kind of feeling. Where we're going to put the phone number. I'm going to delete this. We can put our phone number, WhatsApp number, email. So you can come to this Font Awesome to download icons where you're going to put this. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to use Ctrl S to save this, and Ctrl S is the shortcut for saving. If you want to save for me, I'll show you how to save again. So I'll use business card tutorial. Then I'll save this. So I have this document saved. So when next I want to open it, I can open this document from there. I'm going to have this. You can have it exported. If you want to have it saved without using the shortcut controls, you have to click on here and just say save. This save because you saved it is not showing. That's controls for you. And you can resave this as a new file. You can say save as a new file. So you save as a new file from here. And that's all we'll be doing right here. By the time I'm mocking this up, I hope you'll be done with this design. You can put your name instead of mine and design a business card that is looking so great. You can find a background image from websites from Google. You can find background image where you can. So you can download icons from Font Awesome. Like I said earlier on, Font Awesome is where you download icons from. And you can use this to get background as well. You can say white background. You can download background from here to use. Then you clip it into this background to make it look nice. So we can have Font Awesome and we have backgrounds right here. So you download background, you power clip it into this place, because I'll be landing this design up. By the time we're mocking it up, it will be completed and we'll be able to mock this particular design up. So visit Font Awesome to download icons like the phone call. You can just put call, and you see icons like this. You can put email or message, you see icons like this one, and you can say WhatsApp, you see icons like this. So these are very easy design to replicate, and you can take business card inspirations before you design. Just the way I did for the flyers, you can go to FreePic to check for inspirations for business cards and have them replicated. The more you practice, the more you get better at this graphic design of a thing. You have to practice more. Go to FreePic, choose a design you want to replicate, try to replicate it, try to tweak it to your taste. That's how your creativity comes, and that's how you design. So you can design a whole lot of awesome graphics by replicating designs. When you check here, you see different white background that will be good. So I can pick any of these images for the purpose of this design. I can pick any of these images, and here you can search for instance, let's search for the phone icon. You can say you want to search for the phone icon. Do the search from here. You can say phone call. When you type phone call, it's going to bring the icons for phone call. As you can see the icons right here. All you have to do is to download these ones that have pro. You're not able to download these ones that have pro. Just click on free to look for the free options for these phone call icons. Then we are going to have that downloaded and bring it to our CorelDRAW. Then you can check this background. You can check a background that will be suitable for that business card you are working on right now. See backgrounds. There are a lot of backgrounds right here. I can say I want this background. This one looks great. I can download this background for the purpose of that design. And when you come to Photo Awesome, you see the free phone call. You click on it and you download it as well. So I'm going to download this icon. I'm going to download this icon. See the download button right here. I'm going to download it in SVG. This to visit the website itself. So I'll be able to download that out from the website. This is one of the websites we talked about for stock photos. This is on splash.com. That's where I'm downloading the background from. So I'll take the background from there and I'm going to have it downloaded. I have the icon downloaded already. Once you come to the downloads of my file, then you see the font solid. Then I'm going to bring it into CorelDRAW. So I have it in my CorelDRAW. Then I'm going to bring it in. Then this is the phone icon right here. I'm going to make it smaller and I can give it the color blue. I'm going to just drop this color and drop it here. So I have it blue. Then I'm going to make it smaller and bring it somewhere here. I'm going to make it very small. And if I want to make it better, I can just create a small rectangle of a similar size. I can just create a square. I can create a square of 4 and 4. Then I have this small 4. Then I'm going to bring this in. Then I'll give it a black color. I'll give it a blue color. Sorry, I'm going to give it a blue color. I'm going to come to my pick tool. Then I'm going to have the outline removed. I'm going to double click. Then I'll make this white. I'll make this white. I'll make the icon white. I'll change the color here. So I make it white and I'll bring it here. I'll bring it somewhere here. Let me just leave it outside. Let me still make it something we can see, black. Let me make it black and bring this here. So I'm going to bring this here. I'm going to enlarge it. I want to shape it a bit. I'm using the shape tool to curve the edge around it a bit. And I'll have this and I'll have this go in as well. I'll have this go in. Then I'll increase this. Then I'll use my page down, control page down to take the background down. So I use my control page down to take the background down, and I have this, I'll give this white. Then we have the phone call. I'm going to group it. I'm going to just highlight and group it right here. Then I have it grouped. Then I can bring it here. It's 100 by 100. It's 9.53. Yeah, so I'll just make it smaller to my taste. I'm just going to make it like 3. So we're going to have a square. I'm going to make it 3. So we have this small here, and you can make more of this. You can download the SVG and make more of this. Then you create the complete design. So to follow the alignment, I'm just going to put it somewhere here. That's the first one, and you create the second icon, create the third icon. Then back to my image. I've not downloaded the white background down to use for the design. Okay, so this one, I like this one. Or let's look for more. Let's try and look for more of that. Let's try and look for more that we can use. Let's try and look for more. This is not looking bad. Let me take this. I'm going to download this. I'm going to click on the download button. So it's going to have that downloaded. Once it's downloaded, I'm going to bring it in here, and I'm going to use it to create a background here. So we have something like this. So complete this design, and we are going to have it mocked up at the end of this. In the next session, we're going to talk about mockup, where we're going to mock up most of these designs we created. So while I'm waiting for this to download, I'm going to wait for this to download so I can have it as my background here. I'm going to have this deleted then. So we have the front of our business card. I'm going to use Ctrl S to save my work. We have the front of the business card, and this is the back of the business card, which is looking so great. You can add more elements to not make it look so blank, because there are a lot of white space here. If I'm to work on this initially, I'll take inspirations from Free Pick and all that. So this is a background I can use right here. This is a white background. All I have to do is to drag and drop it. I'm going to have it dropped here. So this is right here. All I have to do is to power clip it. I'm going to go to effects. I'm going to power clip this, place inside container. I'm going to place it this way. Then I'm going to edit content. I'm going to bring this in. Then I'll make it bigger to cover the whole background. Then I'm going to finish editing objects. So we have this right here. As you can see, it's looking so great. So we can page it back to page. Then you have it exported in JPEGs or PNG, so you can export in whatever format you want to export it in. We're going to do the export later when we want to mock it up. So I'm just showing you how to export, since we've learned how to export and all that. I'll see you in the next lesson where we're going to design an identity card, and that will be exciting as well. I hope to see you there. See you there.